In just the 5th minute, Anthony Elanga burst forward from deep inside his own half, leaving Manchester United's sluggish defense in his wake before clinically slotting past Andre Onana. This goal wasn't just about his blistering speed and technical brilliance, it was a damning indictment of United's fragile defensive setup. The Swedish winger tore through the opposition like an arrow, slicing between Mazraoui and Patrick Dorgu before rifling the ball into the net. 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, and the game had barely begun. For United, there was still plenty of time to mount a comeback. Yet, despite their overwhelming possession, they failed to find a way through and ultimately fell to defeat at City ground. This was a historic loss. Forest hadn't beaten Manchester United home and away in a single season since 1992, back when the league was still called the First Division. In the reverse fixture, they had already stunned United 3-2. Judging by the league table and both teams' performances this season, these results were no fluke. Forest have simply been the better side. Before the match, United were considered favourites. Despite Nottingham's strong position in the table, many still viewed them as the weaker side compared to United's star-studded squad. However, from the very first whistle, the home team showed far more determination and fighting spirit. They pressed high, suffocating United's build-up play, while Ruben Amorim's men looked lethargic and uninspired. Sloppy passing and a lack of cohesion between their attacking lines made life even more difficult for them. Sloppy passing and a lack of cohesion between their attacking lines made life even more difficult for them. After conceding early, United tried to respond, but their attacking play was unimaginative and toothless. Bruno Fernandes and Alejandro Garnacho were completely shut down by Forest's well-drilled defense. Despite dominating possession, they failed to create clear-cut chances. Meanwhile, Nottingham remained disciplined and exploited Elanga's pace on the counter, constantly unsettling United's shaky backline. With the lead in hand, Forest sat deep and forced United to break them down, a task they found impossible. Despite enjoying 69% possession and attempting 10 shots, only one posed any real danger. Their best chance came from a Bruno Fernandes corner, where Diogo Dalot's header struck the crossbar. Matthijs de Ligt reacted quickly but scuffed his follow-up effort, allowing the goalkeeper to make a comfortable save. The Dutch centre-back was United's only player to come close to scoring, a telling statistic. Things didn't improve after the break. Forest defended even deeper, and United struggled to generate meaningful attacks from open play, relying instead on set pieces. Even when Harry Maguire was sent up front as a makeshift striker in the final 10 minutes, they failed to break through. Their best late opportunity came in stoppage time when Maguire won an aerial duel, only for his tame effort to be cleared off the line by Murillo. That moment was the final blow. Forest's substitutes celebrated as if they had scored themselves. When the final whistle blew, City ground erupted in jubilation. This win solidified Nottingham's hold on third place, putting them 10 points clear of 6th-placed Newcastle. Nuno Espirito Santo's men are now edging closer to a historic Champions League qualification, their first since winning the European Cup in 1980. Meanwhile, on the other side, United manager Ruben Amorim walked off the pitch visibly frustrated, openly criticizing his team's shortcomings. "We controlled the game and tried everything, but the final pass, the final shot, those decisive details just weren't there. This has been the story of our season, not just this match. We should have done better in the final 40 meters and never conceded from a set piece. This was a game we had to win. Even a draw would have felt unjust." Amorim, who values pace and physicality on the wings, must have looked at Elanga's blistering runs down the flank with envy. After the match, Elanga spoke to TNT Sport about his stunning goal, an 80-meter solo run. "I'm really fast, so the coach told me to attack the spaces. I believe I'm one of the fastest players in the Premier League, and I have to show that whenever I'm on the pitch." Despite scoring against his former club, Elanga chose not to celebrate out of respect. "I learned a lot at United, it shaped who I am today. But at Nottingham, I'm growing even more, learning a different style of football." One of the defining images of the night was Alejandro Garnacho sprawling to the ground while trying to chase down Elanga. While the young Argentine has improved his defensive work rate, being left in Elanga's dust was symbolic of how much United have lost by letting him go. Elanga's story is a textbook example of what's wrong with modern football, and none of it is his fault. Money dictates everything, forcing clubs into rash decisions. They demand instant success, constantly shift strategies, sack managers prematurely, and lack patience with young talent. Anthony Elanga was once one of the brightest prospects to emerge from Manchester United's academy. He made his first team debut during the 2020-21 season and was trusted by then-manager Ralf Rangnick to start in crucial games, even scoring in the Champions League. At a time when Manchester United was in turmoil, Elanga represented hope and belief in the club's youth, but that belief didn't last long. When Erik ten Hag arrived, Elanga quickly became a fringe player. The club spent €100 million on Antony, invested time and effort in reviving Jadon Sancho's career, and watched Alejandro Garnacho rise to prominence. Unlike these players, Elanga lacked the flashy skills that would capture attention. He didn't create moments of magic that would electrify the crowd. He became an afterthought, just an emergency option rather than a key part of any long-term vision. His style of play didn't fit ten Hag's philosophy. The Dutch manager prioritizes ball control and short passing combinations, whereas Elanga thrives in a more direct, pace-driven system, using his speed to attack space in stretch defenses. As a result, he was pushed out at just 20 years old. In the summer of 2023, Elanga left Manchester United for Nottingham Forest in a £15 million deal. There was no buyback clause, no apparent regret from the club's management, and barely any heartfelt farewells from the fanbase. His departure was met with silence. Some fans felt indifferent, while others believed United had done well to get £15 million for a player they deemed not good enough. Under Nuno Espirito Santo at Nottingham Forest, however, Elanga is flourishing. His playing style perfectly complements Forest's counter-attacking philosophy, making him one of their most influential players. With 6 goals and 8 assists this season, he has been a game-changer. Beyond stats, his dynamism and creativity have injected new life into the team's attack. Meanwhile, Manchester United are still searching for a consistent winger. If Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Garnacho, or Antony had Elanga's numbers this season, they'd be hailed as Ballon d'Or contenders. The lesson from Elanga's resurgence is clear: clubs must be patient with young players. Development isn't linear, not everyone peaks at 19. United's loss is Forest's gain, and their ability to maximize his potential proves just how important system and coaching are in a player's career. Anthony Elanga is making waves in the Premier League, helping Nottingham Forest push for Champions League qualification. The Swedish winger is a rare gem, and United's decision to discard him may go down as one of their biggest transfer blunders in recent years. What do you think about Elanga's resurgence? Are there other players who suffered a similar fate? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to follow Football Memories for more in-depth football analysis.